everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are building a rainbow kind of home because we just got an XTX drop, I think like a couple of days ago, maybe like 5 days ago, I want to say. So yeah, I wanted to use like all the new stuff. So that is what this is for. I feel like I don't know, I feel like lately, like I always feel this way, but I feel like when I build something, I don't know, I want to say like when I build homes, they're usually small. And I guess you could say this is kind of small, but I don't know, like for some reason, like for me, I feel like all my all my homes are like small. Like I don't know what to say. Like I feel like lately I've just been building small homes, even if that's not true. And yeah, I don't know, I feel that way. So, but yeah, the outside, I feel like I don't know. Okay, so here's the thing. On the outside, we have like a dark blue panel. We have this beautiful purple shutters window from My Wedding Stories, which is so cute. And it's beautiful, but I feel like with the dark blue, this home isn't as pastel as I thought, I guess, because in the inside, I was like, oh, this is gonna be like pastel rainbow, it's gonna be so beautiful. Um, and it did not just work out that way. It did not work out that way at all because I was like, this looks weird from the outside. It doesn't look that good. And I feel like when doing a rainbow house, it's kind of hard to like incorporate every color with it looking good. I still want to do that, of course. Like, I feel like I mean, I don't know how to say this. I don't know. I think the inside is better, but I feel like since the outside is kind of leaning towards the bisexual flag, that's kind of what like the main part of the inside is. So like the main area, like the living room, the kitchen, I tried to do more of like pink, purple, and blue for the pride flag. So I was thinking like the adults here are bisexual. And then of course for the other rooms, they have their own pride flag because I wanted to use the new bed and it comes in like the pride flag colors for your sexuality. So I think that's cool. But yeah, also I used these blue flowers from Debug. Unfortunately, there's no blue swatch on the real ones that you can just buy from, not typing in a cheat or anything. So I did have to go into Debug, unfortunately. So yeah, that was unfortunate, but later in the build, you will see me try to go for like a pastel color scheme, and then I'm like, you know what? No, I'm gonna change everything up. So for this house, upstairs, actually we have 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. The main, well, okay, so like I view it as being the ensuite kind of for, I don't even know, like just for the main bedroom, but there's like a door to that bathroom through the hallway just because one of the other bathrooms, like the second bathroom, the only other bathroom is a Jack and Jill bathroom. That's just the way the floor plan worked out. So that is just the case. That's just the case. It's fine. It's whatever. But yeah, upstairs I have a room for someone who is pansexual, someone who's a lesbian, and then a non-binary sim. So yeah. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I used all the new stuff, hopefully. And yeah, I go for this beautiful kitchen color, which does stay, thankfully. I do think this is a nice color, but I don't know. I kind of want to. Well, I already have plans to make like a pastel rainbow house just because like Easter is coming up, so I kind of wanted to do that. I thought that could be fun. And then also, I wanted to do like a bold rainbow home because I don't know, I'm interested to see if I could do that. I feel like it would be hard. I don't know, I feel like in the beginning of this build, I went so fast, like doing the building, doing the outside a little bit. I felt like it was a breeze. And then I got into the inside to start decorating. And then, yeah, I was just like struggling, I feel like, to bring the colors in together. Also, I am using Batu in this build. I'm using it for the flooring. It's just so nice, and I don't think I have used it in a while, so I just wanted to do that. So that's what we did. And yeah, just figuring out a rug for the living room area. And I will say I am kind of behind on my recording for this week's build because I'm planning on doing a CC and mod list, or I guess you could say it's not really a list, but I'm doing like a CC and mod haul video. And I first recorded it, like, I recorded it, I thought it was gonna be fine, but then I thought, you know what? This would just be better if I took screenshots. So that way, if I forget something, it's not as stressful to like clip that part out and then bring it all the way back because when you have like a long video and you like edit it a lot, I realized, at least with my editing software, I don't know if it happened with others, but it can just get so laggy if you have so many cuts. And I was like, you know what? It would just be better if I just took screenshots instead. So that way it's like clean, you don't see the UI. So I thought that would be better. And yeah, so you should see that on the 12th this Saturday if you're interested. Um, but yeah, I feel like I have like probably most CC that others use, or at least like most, or I guess I feel like I use probably a lot of creators that, or I have a lot of CC that are by creators that I feel like most people maybe have. But yeah, also apparently this week the new kits are supposed to come out from the creator kits, so like a Harris O'Brittany and someone else. I don't remember, but it is a Creatism kit. Clothes Creatism kit. A lot of people were hoping for a hair kit because a Harris O'Brittany does do hair, like a lot of hair CC. And then the other one, the other kit is a bathroom kit, which I'm excited for. It looks good, so that is nice. I don't know if I'll post that video on the same day or if I will just do it the next day just because I'm trying out a new style. I don't know. With the kids, it's not that hard though because, you know, with the whole expansion pack, there's so many more objects, but I'm gonna try to do something different. Um, and hopefully it is better. And yeah, but I don't know. Also, these people do have a dog. So that is nice. They have a frame TV, pretty cool. And also this week, oh, actually tomorrow. Maybe I'll talk, maybe I shouldn't talk about it right now. It's fine. But anyways, I did have to change my schedule up a little bit. So like this past Wednesday is when we got the SDX drop and I did like a little, I guess, video on it. I was supposed to like post my ABC Legacy, but yeah, that is not the case. I decided to push it to this week, unfortunately. So if you do watch that, I don't know, it could be a little outdated. Who knows what I said in that video? I don't remember. But yeah, and yeah, anyways, also this week, I'm just talking about like all this week's videos, but basically I have 4 videos that I need to record. Technically 3 because the new kit isn't out yet, but I need to make like a Sulani home for my short legacy sim. She's gonna be like a musician, and I don't know, like I feel like my storyline for her, like my plans for her, kind of changed. Not for her, but like who she's going to date. Um, I don't honestly don't know this person's name, so I couldn't tell you who I changed my mind about. I don't even know how to say these people's last name, and it's so bad. But there's this family from Island Living. I'm pretty sure is Makoa's child. Okay, so I had a plan for her to date like Nick from that family. Obviously, you know, from Neighborhood Stories. And Nick has a brother named Duncan. I assume they would be the same age considering the fact that they're both teenagers, like maybe twins, I don't know. But I was having plans for Jenny, my sim, to date Nick. And I was like, even in childhood, I was like, oh my gosh, she has a crush on Nick. That's great. And then, you know, she's a teenager now. And then, I don't know, like, she just instantly had a crush on Duncan, his brother. So I was like, oh my gosh, maybe she's like in between both of them and she doesn't know who to choose. And then I go to high school with her because it's like her last week of high school, so I thought I would go one time. Sorry if you heard that. I hit my desk, but yeah, and then I met the sim. I believe they are from Love Struck. Um I don't know their name. It's so bad. Like that's kind of embarrassing. I should know their name, but I don't know their name. They have green hair if that helps. I don't know if that helps at all, but I was like, "Oh my gosh, what if she dates them? That could be good." Like They are a pretty good-looking sim, so I feel like their genetics would mix good together. I know that shouldn't be important, but sometimes you have to think about it, like, they have a chin, so that's all you really need is someone with a good chin, and you'll be good. But, yeah, I was going for, like, the bi-color scheme in this main part, I guess, because it's just easier. When you bring in a lot of colors, it's just hard to, like, like I said, it's hard to incorporate them, I guess, and just like all over the place, I suppose. Um, but yeah, also, I don't know, I would love to do a let's build. I feel like I haven't done one in a while. I guess like my all one color builds are let's build, but I don't know, like I haven't made a good house let's build in a while. So I'm kind of like thinking, should I do that tonight? If I have the time. But the thing with me is if I do the Easter home as like a let's build, it takes me so long with let's builds. Like, especially if I'm talking, I feel like it's gonna take me forever. And then I feel like maybe I should just focus. But maybe if I have it only be one story on a 20 by 15, it won't be so bad. I'm thinking like two rooms, one for the bedroom, obviously, one for maybe an office, I was thinking, but it would be a small office and then everything else is open. Obviously, a bathroom as well, though. But yeah, now we're working on the main bedroom, which is fun. And yeah, honestly, this would have been perfect. I said this when the update came out, but I did some Pride townhouses, I think. I don't remember where. Like, I think I feel like I did it in Del Sol Valley, but this would have been perfect, if I, had it at that time. I will say, like, in that build, I used, like, the Dream Home decorated rug that was, like, purple and blue. It wasn't as bright, obviously, but, you know you have to work with what you have, I suppose, and I don't know if any of the beds are, like, this bright, or vibrant, I guess. And yeah. Anyways, we're just hanging up. I just hung up like the pride sign flag on the pegboard. I thought that was cool. And then I also give these people a vanity. So I thought that was nice as well. And then there's also an office space in like the little hallway with the staircase. Also, I feel like for some reason when I was building it personally, obviously for you sped up, but I feel like in that staircase area, I feel like I just took forever for some reason. I felt like I just took forever in that space. I don't know why, because it's so small. But I ended up putting like a desk. I put the family bulletin board, and then there's also a one tile room. So I treated it like a closet, like a closet of like cleaning stuff. So like there's the vacuum, there's the handheld vacuum. I have like the spray bottles from the garden or greenhouse kit, whatever greenhouse haven kit, to just act like cleaning bottles. And I think I also put like some gardening tools and the broom as well. So I thought that was cool. Obviously, you don't usually do that in The Sims, but I guess that's the nice thing to do if you have a one by or if you just have a single tile room and you don't want it to be like just empty and pointless. Yeah, and this bathroom is pretty simple. Um, I like it. I think it's fun. I don't really use this tile from Lovestruck this often. It's the one on the floor, but yeah, anyways, we shall be moving on. Yes, I don't know. Anyways, tomorrow I've decided that I wanted to start a Willow Creek save file. I don't know if I want to call it that. I mean, I could, I guess, because I don't know. I don't know. Like, I would love to, like, redo every single world. Maybe not every single world. Maybe that's a little too much. Like, that's gonna be, like, years worth. That's gonna take me forever. That's for sure if I do that. That is gonna take a while. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like, I have no clue. Should I? Should I not? But anyways, tomorrow I'm going to be posting a family. And I just making 8 Sims is a lot. Oh my gosh. Like the amount of time I can spend on one Sim, sometimes it's not that bad, but other times it's like the worst. Like, oh my gosh. If I'm like I guess you could say dressing up a masculine sim. Oh, honey, I could get done with them in a second. Like it's not that bad. I kind of did struggle a little bit, but yeah, I was kind of thinking like if I were to make the Sims first, maybe that's better so then I can make their house after and then I actually have a story instead of like trying to just come up with it on the fly. And this family is split in half, but I was like I may as well just make the whole family because there's no point in like, just cuz then I would just have to connect them somehow. And the game can be a little funny about that. I assume because if you try to move save files, like if you try to like save your family members on the gallery and they're like split up, it can be kind of hard because sometimes it won't let you make your mother and it's like it only gives you sister or I don't know, but like kind of annoying. I don't know why that happens. I guess because like if feminine sim or it doesn't even have to be feminine. Oh my gosh, this is The Sims. Not me forgetting this was The Sims. Anyone can be pregnant, but I think you have to have that set up for them to get pregnant though, so that's probably the reason. But if your sim gets pregnant, their lifespan pauses. So I feel like it has to do that with that. So, the game is like, "Oh, y'all are too close, so this can't be your mother," which is kind of annoying. It's so annoying. Like, it's stressful. Even with like MC Command Center, it can be like so stressful. Like, it's just, I wish, I don't know. I wish didn't recognize that the sim is too close to your age. I just wish it didn't. Like, just let me do this. Obviously, if it doesn't make sense, you're not gonna do that. But, anyways, I think I start off in this room first. So yeah, I'm just basically going off of the color scheme of the pride flag. So for this room, we are going for black, purple, and yellow. Um, and yeah, this painting came in the game a while ago. I wouldn't know because I don't think I started playing The Sims until I want to say 2021. I'm not sure. Like I had The Sims on my PS4. When I got my PS4, I feel like I chose two games and I chose The Sims 4 and I chose GTA. And then I feel like, obviously I just had the base game, so it was kind of boring. So I really didn't play with it that much. And the reason, like, obviously you could buy DLC, but I was like, "Ugh, my mom's not gonna buy me this." But then it was like my birthday, and I was like, maybe I can get this pack. So I got Cats and Dogs and My First Pet stuff because it came in a bundle. So that's what I asked for. So Cats and Dogs is like the first pack that I have ever gotten. So yeah, that was nice. I feel salty about it because I believe I started playing when Cottage Livings first came out. It really doesn't matter at this point because I would have lost the items anyway. But I was so salty about it because I wasn't really like on the internet. Like I wasn't in the Sims community. I wasn't doing any of that, I don't think. So I feel like around the time that I was just getting into The Sims, Cottage Living came out and it had that cute bike, the tree, the gnome, and I really want that bike, but I feel like I just missed out. Like, I don't know, like cuz pets are like such an I feel like obvious choice to get, I guess. It's like, "Ooh, pets. Yes, let me get this one." But yeah, now we're working on the lesbian room, but yeah, I just so mad about it. But obviously, since I switched over to PC, I lost everything. Even if I did get it the right way, I know I can get CC of it. I guess for my personal save, obviously, because I would not want it to put it in a build like this because this is not for me. It's just like, it's a fun build to do and it's for everyone else on the gallery if they want this. But yeah, I just, I can't play in everything that I build, I guess. At least residential, obviously. But yeah, in this room we have a science table, we have a toy chest, and yeah. Anyways, and then the bathroom is very rainbow because I thought that fit in here. And then we have the pansexual room. I used maybe I should wait. I don't know, like when I did the Pride townhouses as I did before, I didn't realize that the little splash pad rug came in like the perfect color. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I should have used this." And I used it in that room. So yeah, I thought, it was perfect, okay? And when else are you ever gonna use like the splash pad rug as an actual rug indoors? So I was like, yeah, this is fine. Um, but yeah, also, I want to say like I'm halfway into the semester. I don't know. I guess it's like school, I guess. I don't know. And well, I didn't get it yet. But basically, obviously, I have financial aid and I'm now just getting it. I don't have it yet, but like 1 to 2 days, whatever. And it's just like so weird to me because isn't the point of financial aid is to help you like buy supplies for school? And it's like it's halfway through the semester. Like I'm a little confused. Okay, like it shouldn't work that way. Like I guess it makes sense, I guess, cuz maybe they want to make sure you actually are in the class, but it's just silly because that's the whole point. Like is to get supplies. Or am I missing something? But anyways, we are working on this room. I think it's beautiful. I will say like something I noticed at least on Twitter is like people will have arguments like, "Oh, bisexual and pansexual is the same thing." I saw someone say like, "Oh, pansexual people think they're better than bisexual people." And it's like so weird. And I guess because the thought is like obviously if you're bisexual, you like two or more genders, whereas I feel like personally, pansexual means like it's really not about the gender at all. Like the gender does not factor in if you want to date them. It's basically just who they are as a person. Obviously, I feel like every person, any sexuality, obviously is going to choose someone based on their, character, but they also might have a preference of their gender obviously. So I feel like that's the difference. And then also I've seen people like, "Oh, I I'm probably pansexual, but I just say I'm bi because the flag is cuter." You know how like, huh? That doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry, but like I guess like the color is very bold, but like you know how that sounds like, "Oh, I'm just picking my sexuality based on a color of the flag that I like." Anyways, I wanted to say that in the update video, but I was like, "You know what? We're gonna keep it quick. We're not gonna debate this." But I was like, "Okay, it's not that serious." And also, like, I guess I feel like you could just personally make your own flag if you wanted to. Like, I probably would prefer a pastel version of the pansexual flag, but I don't think it's that bad. Like, I feel like the room looks pretty good, so it's not the worst thing in the world. But anyways, we're working on this very skinny hallway. I feel like I always struggle to I guess decorate hallways, but also this table from Eco Lifestyle, it doesn't slot things correctly, like it's floating a little bit. Like maybe you could not notice it from how you're building, but yeah, it does float. So I had to use like the red shelf to like make it, the right height. And I also have two thermostats. I put the burglar alarm, I have some photos, and I also put the fire alarm behind the cabinet because it's so ugly. And now we're working on the last bathroom, and then we should be stepping outside to like, um, do the side yard, the backyard, finish the landscaping, put trees. I almost was done with the build, and I was like, oh my gosh, wait, I have to put trees. I was so ready to be done with this for some reason. But I guess because I'm like kind of behind on recording, so that's probably the main reason why I was like, "Oh my gosh." Um I don't know, but I feel like I did pretty good. I mean, this build took it took the correct amount of time that it usually takes. It took 3 hours and 8 minutes, so it wasn't really that quick. But I don't know, like when looking at the time, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I did the whole exterior basically in under I don't even know, like was it 22 minutes?" I was like, "That was so quick of me." And then yeah, and then it just gets longer and longer. But yeah, now we're just trying to figure out what to put on the porch. I wanted to put some flowers, so that's what I did. I used the ones from the backyard stuff pack, and I feel like when I make that bold rainbow house, um, I feel like that plant is gonna come in hand. And then out here we just have a grill in the front yard with a dining table. So I think that's nice. I used the pink chairs from Love Struck. Some of the swatches, like most of the swatches, I think, has like a logo on it. So that's kind of like very not good because that kind of makes it unusable in some of the swatches, obviously. But yeah, I love how this turned out. I love that I finally got to use those blue flowers. I don't know, like I tried to use them before with like a blue house, but I was like, it just wasn't the right blue, so that didn't work out. And then we get more landscaping back here. I didn't want to type in debug again, so there's no blue flowers back here. Also, I don't know if I should mention it here, but I mean, I guess I could. Um, I like I don't know. I feel like my CC folder is I don't have that much CC and mods in my eyes, but I believe my folder is like 11 point something gigabytes, and I feel like that's only because of the color slider mod, which it is because of that because it takes multiple gigabytes. I'm pretty sure it's like 8 gigabytes with not everything, but it's just like the hairs, which I will say, I probably don't need all of the sliders for every single pack in the game, or a hair slider for every single pack of the game, because I'm probably not gonna use the two hairs. Like, I'm probably not gonna use any of the newer, or I mean the oldest hairs, like from Outdoor Retreat. So it's like, maybe I should delete that just to get a little bit more storage. But yeah. I'm definitely gonna get more storage. That is a plan. I'm hoping to upgrade my graphics card as well. And basically, the build is over, so I'm going to jump into the game and give you guys a tour. So here is the home. So obviously on the front we have flowers, we have a mailbox, and I did put some of the flower terrain paint. But over here, if you walk over here, we have our grilling area, we have our outdoor dining area, we have a few planter pots. But when you walk in, we have the dining room. It's very open in here. We have an ottoman, a bookshelf, burglar alarm, we have a little shelf with a mirror and an umbrella rack. And then this is the kitchen space. We have a mixer, a cookbook, you know, paper towels, utensils, and yeah, we have a calendar. And then over here is like the pet bowl. I didn't change the color. That's when I was trying to be very, you know, rainbow. I guess it's fine, but we have the frame TV. And then yeah, you know, they knit, which is nice. And then over here in the hallway, we have our cleaning closet. We have a vacuum, handheld vacuum. We have a little broom, you know, just cleaning supplies. We have baskets, boxes of stuff. We have our family bulletin board. And then over here is the desk area, which I think is very nice. If you walk in here, this is the main bedroom. I love this, so cute. And then yeah, we have a vanity, we have a mirror, and then over here in front of the window, we have a dresser, but you know, sometimes you just have to put things in front of a window. It's fine. Also, my desk is in front of a window, and when I tell you the sun is out, it's terrible. So now I have like a blanket over my window so I don't go blind. But this is the bathroom that is shared. But also, yeah, we have a thermostat right here. When we go upstairs, we have this very skinny hallway. Over here is the child's bedroom. Super cute. They have a mirror, they have toys, they have books, they have a science table. And then this is the room for the non-binary sim. They have a bookshelf, they have, you know, an easel and a mirror. I think this was very nice. And then this is like the Jack and Jill bathroom between those two. This is nice as well, pretty simple. And then this is the pansexual room. And yeah, I like the colors. This was just perfect. Like, you're never gonna do this, so like the time was now. But yeah, they have a small desk with a note or a cork board, I guess. A dresser, a bookshelf. It's pretty simple in here. And then if you walk outside, we have a lounge area, we have our little flower arranging table, we have our planter boxes, trash cans, and I did have room to put up string lights, so that's what we did. Also, I will say, like, the side of the house isn't so cute, but I mean, if you think about it in real life, the side of the house is not cute, so that is just, you know, that it is what it is. I would love to do like a build where I'm like, okay, the side of the house has to be beautiful, basically where the windows match up, and that's just hard. But I guess I'm gonna leave the video off here. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I love you, you are important, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye!